I don't think a lot of people realize how big radiology is. You know, they think it's just like X-ray and CT and MRI, but you know, this
Exactly, yeah.
ultrasound by itself is you know, there's a lot of information just about ultrasound. So you know, whatever information that you could provide about, you know, your field, that'd be great.
Well, yeah, I mean, there is a lot of a vast amount of information for ultrasound. I mean, typically for ultrasound, usually people go and they just go straight to ultrasound school, sonography school. There are people who do go to radiography school first and then want to specialize in ultrasound, but many people just go straight to ultrasound. And they're either going to go and become sonographers or echocardiographers. So they just want to specialize in the heart. That's its own specialty that's really not even related to the radiology department. Right. So if you're an echotech, you're typically going to be working in the cardiology department. So I initially wanted to do echo, but when I was in the program, I thought, even though I do like cardiology and heart and cardiovascular pathology and all that stuff, I thought that doing just one organ all day long would be a little boring for me. Sure. Similar as OB, because that's another specialty in ultrasound. Just doing OB all day for me. So some people love that, but for me, I thought I'd get bored of it. So then I switched to general. And at least in my program, general covered vascular, obstetrics and gynecology, and then just general, which is abdomen, small parts, you know, thyroid, scrotum, breast, all that stuff.
Right.
So, you know, the school is typically like, you know, I don't even know how long some programs are, but they're anywhere from 1 to 2 years.
Okay.
Let me see what else. You could also specialize in vascular, but in my experience, most people that do vascular, they also do general. So if you're working in the hospital, you're typically going to be doing general, which is, you know, all the internal organs and small parts, and also vascular. But there's also hospitals where the vascular department is its own thing. So you're a registered RVT, registered vascular technologist. You work in the vascular department and you only do vascular ultrasound. And then they have the general ultrasound department, and then they'll have OB also separate. So, I mean, it's all different.
Yeah.
But for ultrasound, there's many specialties too. Like me, I'm registered in general, which is abdomen. Abdomen is the license you get when you just want to do general ultrasound. So you'd be your name, RDMS, and then the initials AB for abdomen. Mm-hmm. Then there's OBGYN, which I'm also registered in, and I'm also registered in RVT, which is registered vascular technologist. So there's pediatric sonography, which is a newer one. It used to be neurosonography, but they kind of changed it to pediatric sonography to just cover all of pediatrics as a specialty. There's pediatric echo, adult echo, fetal echo. So those would be the registered diagnostic cardiac sonographer, so RDCS. There's the specialty in just breast. So if you're just going to work like at a breast center doing breast ultrasound, you can get that license. There's another new one is MSK, so musculoskeletal. Which is I still am learning a lot in musculoskeletal because, just like you said, just in MSK is a vast amount of information and knowledge. Right. What else? I know midwives can also get an ultrasound license from the RDMS. It's, you know, for obstetrics. And what else? What else is there? I think that's pretty much it. But if you go on the ARDMS website, they have all the licenses that you can get.
Wow.
So like I said, I have RVT, which is vascular, abdomen, which is general, and OBGYN. And one of the ones I'm going to get in the future, which I work in a pediatric hospital. So I don't have the pediatric license because honestly, I don't think you need it. It's like one of those things where just to get it, to just say, oh, I have it, because it's not required. Right. You know? Right. Same thing with MSK. In the future, I might want to get the MSK one too. But each one of those tests are like $250. So you got to really want to do it. You either need to do it or you got to want to do it. Nice. You know, the only thing about the pediatric and the MSK is you take it, they only do the exam certain times of year, and then they close the exam, and then you got to wait a couple months to get your results. That's the only thing that sucks about that. Okay. Like the other ones, you know, you get your results right then and there. Oh, and one more thing. Before you get any of those ultrasound specialties, you have to take one test on SPI, which is, you know, physics and instrumentation. Mm-hmm. So you got to get that first license before you could even get the other registries. Back then, you had to get one for general, OB, and a different one for vascular. But now it's just one that you get for all of them.
Okay.
And I also know that the ARRT, they also provide a license for sonography as well.
Cool. Wow.
And then there's another company called CCI, which is Cardiovascular Credentialing international or incorporated or something like that, and they offer vascular licenses for ultrasound, echo licenses, and I know they also offer like EKG license, because I remember back then I used to be an EKG tech and I had to get my license with them. So they do vascular and echo. I don't think they have a general ultrasound license. So those are like the three main, registering bodies that you can get ultrasound license with, that is recognized in hospitals and clinics and all that stuff.
Wow. And so is that something that could vary per state, or is it just across the board like nation?
No, it's like a unlike X-ray where you have to get your RT and also a state license. For ultrasound, you just got to get the ARDMS, the national registry. You don't have to get also a state license, because I guess since it's not radiation,
right?
State doesn't really. It's more of a national thing. The state doesn't govern that. Right,
which is huge, right? You get this a lot of information and imaging and no radiation at all. It's just all ultrasound waves, right?
Yeah, it was great.